Good day, everybody. Welcome to the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast. My name is James. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you very much. This is the third time I've actually tried to record this intro. Because the last two times, I messed it up and I had my damn voice changer on. So I sounded like a pilot rather than just myself. Oh, bloody hell. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, guys. I do appreciate it. This is episode 9, 9th week of this podcast. Bloody hell. This has gone really quick. And we are talking about a really good cult classic movie today. One of the first video game movies ever made. That's right. And you would have guessed by the music in the intro, we are talking about the Super Mario Brothers film from 1993 with Bob Hoskins and the awesome Dennis Hopper. I don't know why that name skipped my mind. But before we get in, I'd just like to say thank you very much. I know I say this every time, but thank you all so much. Thank you listening last week's episode, which was Pop Idol. I didn't think that episode was going to be as popular as it was going to be, but the previews for that episode was actually pretty good. The views in the preview was pretty good. So thank you all for tuning in on that. I haven't checked the numbers yet, but I got a feeling that by the preview views, I'm pretty happy with what's actually going to happen with that episode. Some of you asked me as well, am I going to have regular guests on? Yes, I am going to have regular guests. I've written pretty much all the episodes up to episode 53, 52, 53, which is going to be fun. And I'm going to have a sporadic amount of guests on that show, on a couple of the shows in between, some solo shows as well. But we'll see how it goes from here. Next week is episode 10. I'll tell you what episode 10 is next week. So that's a milestone episode. If I make it past episode 11, if we haven't been cancelled or anything like that, then this podcast will last forever. I hope so. Anyway, but I'd just like to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I have got a guest on this show this week. My buddy Aaron, aka Sassy Clarence, is dropping by from the wrestling ring to join us on the show today. And when I told him that I was covering this, he was like, I've got to come on the show for this episode. So I said, yeah, brilliant, let's get on. And he had about 3 pages of notes going into this. So this is going to be really good. It's going to be a lengthy episode. So I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I think that's it. Right, let's jump into the episode. Episode 9, which is the Super Mario Brothers movie that released in theaters on May 28th, 1993. Almost 30 years ago. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy. Anyway. Nice. All right, guys, we're back with episode 9, and as you heard in the intro, we're talking about Super Mario Brothers from 1993, and I think this is probably one of the worst video game movies to be made. But I couldn't do this game on my own, or this video on my own, so I brought back former guest from the Waterboy episode, Aaron, aka Sassy Bear Clarence. Help me out with this. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing quite fine, thank you. A little bit achy and sore from yesterday as I had a match, but I'm ready to do this episode.
Bro, do we going through like the episodes of which ones you wanted to come on to like guest on? We were talking about like 11 to 50, and then I completely forgot about, hey, what about Super Mario Brothers, the movie? And then you went, oh, get me on there.
Yeah, I know this movie quite well, not gonna lie.
So you've literally just watched this movie in the last couple of hours. I watched this movie probably a few weeks ago, because admittedly I watched it before I went to see the brand new one.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of similar to what I did with like a couple of friends in Discord before. And then I watched the movie again a couple of hours ago just to keep my mind a bit fresh on what the fuck went on with this movie.
I think a lot of people are like, "What the fuck is going on with this movie?"
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Super Mario Brothers movie was made in 1993. It's a fantasy adventure film based on the Super Mario video game series. It was the first feature length live action film based on the video game. There hadn't been any video game movies that had come out previously, to my knowledge.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to butt in, but there was actually a Japanese only released animated movie based on the Super Mario Brothers. I think this would have been like very late 80s, but like I said, it never reached outside of Japan, so it was strictly just a Japanese like exclusive animated movie.
Okay.
In typical Japanese fashion, there was quite some bonkers shit going on in there, but maybe we'll look at that in a later episode. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, never say never. I didn't even know there was an animated show. I know there was the Super Mario Brothers show.
Oh, the Super Mario Bros. Super Show with Captain Lou Albano as fucking Mario.
yeah, and I think Super Mario Bros. 3 had just been released, and Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World as well.
Round about this point, I would say.
Yeah, round about this, and the Super Mario Brothers 3 cartoon show as well was released as well. So this movie was kind of like a cap, let's see how we can do this. Because
make some money.
I know, make some money. Because this movie is subversely a comedy. Well, it has a comedy influence from like the Ghostbusters film and the Wizard of Oz, but majority of the inspired settings is from the Super Mario World film,
pretty much,
and a video game. And well, I mean, Christ, where should we begin with this movie?
Well, I guess we could start from the beginning, which which literally opens up to the Super Mario Bros. Theme that pretty much anyone should know by this point, unless you've been a hermit for the last 30 years or something. But
video games, yeah.
Yeah, but so it starts up with the Super Mario Bros. Theme, which at first I'm like, ooh, this could be interesting. And then out of the blue, at first I thought my video quality went to shit. But then I realized it's just pixel animation of like dinosaurs with like this thick Brooklyn accent narrator just going through and saying, "Yeah, long ago, dinosaurs fucking existed," like, and all this shit. It literally is like that. And then there's a bit with a skunk, and I'm like, did skunks fucking exist back then? Because I had no fucking clue. So. But the bit that killed me in this bit is the bit where he's just saying, well, suddenly the meteorite strikes and kills the dinosaurs. But then it's the bit where he's like, goodbye, dinosaurs. I fucking died laughing because I'm like, who the fuck speaks like that? I mean, it's not like we're going to like narrate over the death of Princess Diana, just be like, goodbye, Diana. It's like, no. Just, like, you don't just fucking say that. It's just, oh, they died, we'll move on. And then he starts talking about some jargon about a parallel universe or some shit like that. Which then transitions into real life, well, Brooklyn, New York, per se. I mean, it pretty much has the usual traits that they usually get in, like, New York, which a lot of Americans say, well, that's accurate. The angry fucking taxi drivers, people complaining like, hey, I'm walking here and shit, you know. But
I'm pretty sure if somebody's listening from New York right now, I apologize. We know you don't speak like that. It's just how New Yorkers are impressed in movies.
Yeah, I mean, that and Vince Russo, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, that's true.
Just do not do a drinking game with, like, every time I say bro or some shit. But anyway.
I think that kind of start of the film was kind of like, let's throw it into, like, a video game style opening, so people are like, oh, yeah, this is based on a video game. And they're like, well, no shit, because it's Super
Well,
Mario Brothers.
yeah, like I think everyone's kid would know what the fuck Super Mario Brothers is, even at this point.
I was 3 years old and I still knew who Super Mario Brothers was at 3
Exactly,
years old.
yeah. I think like even my niece and my nephews know who the fuck Super Mario is, and it's like, yeah, they get the hint. I mean, yeah, I totally get where they were coming from that aspect, but it was like it started off with the theme music, bit of pixel art, and then it just turns to a random episode of Walking with Dinosaurs or some fucking like think of Walking with Dinosaurs with a Brooklyn narrator or some shit, but
they go from that and to like this. It's raining, it's wet, and then all of a sudden there's this woman who is like terrified, running for her life, carrying some sort of like instrument. I don't know what it is.
This thing, yeah.
And then and then it gets dropped. She drops it off at like this church, knocks the door, and then legs it.
Yeah, because
she literally does a hit and run.
Yeah, she literally does a hit and run. Like I remember putting my notes, Lady in Red in the Rain.
Yeah.
And then it's like she gets the crystal, she puts it in this device, but then I noticed she randomly strokes it gently. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't quite understand why the gentle stroke be like, it's okay, my darling, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, nuns, this must be a church.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just fucks off to the sewer.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden she gets like, she bumps into King Koopa, who is played by the wonderful late Dennis Hopper. And if somebody comes at me and said, "Oh, his name is Bowser," no, it's fucking King Koopa. They didn't change it to Bowser until later on, right? So,
like at this point it would. Yeah, at this point he was King Koopa, and if it was only until much later in the Mario games they then decided to call him Koopa.
I think it was.
Bowser even.
I think it was like Mario. Wasn't it Mario 64? Or the first Mario Kart. They changed the name to Bowser.
I'll have to double check.
64.
Yeah, I think it is 64 to when they decided to go with Bowser, and that just stuck ever since.
I mean, Bowser's a stupid name. One fucking letter misspelled. You're looking at it as browser.
Just like Bowser just there going on fucking Google Chrome searching for shit.
Hit the Bowser. No. Hit the browser. No. Do it. Hit the Chrome. Fucking stupid Bowser. What a stupid name. I can still call him King Koopa to this day. You know? Yeah,
that's understandable because that's what he was called when we grew up, really. Yeah. So it's there's just bits that kind of stick. Same dude, but yeah.
Yeah. But she bumps into him. He grabs her and goes, "Where's the rock?" And I'm like, what the fuck? All right, this rock is clearly important. I mean, whatever.
And then there's just me that's just like, where is the rock? I'm like, I think he's busy doing movies at the moment. That's all my brain just went to each time is just Dwayne Johnson.
He's not on our TV screens yet.
Where's the rock? It was a child at this point.
And then all of a sudden, there's a massive earthquake. She pushes a fucking piece of wood over and everything caves in, and then that's it. You don't see her then for the rest of the movie. And then this egg, while that's happening, there's a fucking egg in front of nuns, and it happens out of an egg is a fucking human. And then
a human baby.
Yeah, and then you go in, right, what the fuck is this shit?
I think that was the bit of like, okay, it's going to be one of them movies. So it kind of set the tone from the get-go that it's going to be one of these fucking movies, because it's like, how the fuck does a human baby come from an egg?
and then Smash Super Mario Brothers logo comes up.
Just punches you right in the face.
Just literally punches you in the face. And then we head over to Brooklyn, where we see Mario and Luigi for the first time.
I think before we see them, we see like massive plungers on the wall. And I'm like, oh, I get it. Plumbers must be the Mario Brothers.
Must be the Brothers, yeah. It's like small, medium, large. It's like, must be the father and the two brothers. I don't know. How does that work out, right? Or trophies. Maybe trophies.
Maybe. We'll see.
And then you see Luigi being Luigi, sitting on, laying on the couch, eating, was it nuts?
It looked like nuts to me, and I think I've written my notes somewhere that at some point he was just like, "Oh Mario, you gotta believe," and I'm like, "Who is this? Parappa the fucking rapper?" Just
Oh yeah, yeah, because they were using like Brooklyn accents and stuff like that. And
hey Mario, you gotta believe. Yeah, fucking Brooklyn Parappa the rapper. Fucking hell.
yeah, because
They
watching the like fact or fiction kind of like oh dude, I cannot wait to
this one. Actually, this one. I remember writing notes for this, basically
Yeah.
saying, "Welcome to Miraculous Worlds, where we answer questions." And I'm like, "Here's a question: why the fuck was this movie made?"
Yeah. So it's like, this is literally all in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's about an hour. Literally, the whole film's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half, but fuck me, it does feel a bit longer. I will admit that.
So Mario comes in and he's like super excited because they're broke. They haven't got money. There's another company out there trying to steal in their jobs, public wise. And Mario's like, yeah, we gotta go. Starts cleaning up after Luigi. Luigi's putting this like fucking needle box in his face for his just to like fucking I don't know, randomly just doing it because he's bored as fuck apparently. And then Mario just drops his boots on his testes, which is like a no-go area.
Like he generally just gets these massive big ass boots, just yeets them at his crotch.
Yeah, literally. And then all of a sudden it's like if there's anything about this fucking movie that I remember is the fucking theme.
Oh well, this
when they're driving, yeah, the one where they're going.
Oh, that fucking music!
Oh man, that's such 90s fucking TV show.
Well, what's even more hilarious is I swear I've heard this in fucking Home Alone as well. Not even joking.
Before.
It does sound very similar to music I've heard in Home Alone.
Well, the thing is, right, the guy who did the music for Super Mario Brothers film has actually done the music for the Avengers. Alan Silvestri. So it's the same guy. All right. So
must have really loved Home Alone, I guess.
John Williams did Home Alone. Oh, when it comes to Home Alone music, fuck, you can't wait to talk about Home Alone. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Home Alone 1 is going to be the Christmas episode this year. I'm fucking telling you now.
Oh, that'd be great.
And you know the fucking because it's like Luigi's like Mario's. They're in the van. It's broken. It's like
it's like a piece of shit van that's just
Well,
it's not so much a piece of shit that it's not even white anymore. It's like aged like a Commodore 64 console for 30 years.
Exactly.
Where it starts off grey and it becomes piss yellow by 30 years,
and then somehow becomes beige in like the next scene. And like Mario's trying to tell Luigi, like, go down this way, and Luigi's going the opposite fucking direction.
Yeah,
like,
they're very opposite. Yeah.
He's like, I got a funny feeling, Mario. Do you know how the crow flies? No. Do you know how the sea turtles fly? Why are we talking about sea turtles? And I'm like, I don't know. What the
I don't fucking know either.
Just go to get the job.
I think by this point, I'm like, I think I kind of relate more to Mario, because like, what the fuck is Luigi? How much mushrooms has fucking Luigi been eating at this point?
I have no idea. But then they get to the job and they realize, they've been beaten to it by the guys again.
Oh, you mean
really annoying.
Oh, that was it. Scapelli. That's the fucking name.
That's the one. And then immediately cuts from there straight to like this construction site.
Yes, and I think this is where Daisy, which I've written here. Daisy is dressed as Stephen Irwin.
Very.
Like the outfit she's wearing looks very Crocodile Hunter, if I'm fucking honest.
Yeah, she's bless her. She's like, see, I think Princess Daisy is probably the underrated character of all the princesses.
I think out of all like Mario characters in particular, she's literally just there in the underrated section along with Waluigi.
Yeah, and you're thinking about it, going, why Princess Daisy? I thought it would have been like Princess Toadstool.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is I know in like the Super Mario Land games on the Game Boy, it was Princess Daisy. Like I remember because I think they were kind of released late 80s, early 90s as well, like in between of the main games. I don't fucking know. I think I don't know. I guess they just thought Daisy was a bit more marketable than Peach, apparently. Well, she was Toadstool and then Peach, but
yeah, it's the same person, right?
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, this was Daisy instead, and I thought, oh, okay,
Interesting choice.
Very interesting choice. I've also written here. Sorry, I've also written here that Scapelli looks like a cunt. So,
oh yeah, he looks like a typical like late 80s, early 90s gangster mobster.
Oh, he comes across as a massive creep the way he interacts with Daisy.
Do you know who he reminds me of? It just reminded me now. Do you know who he reminds me of?
Who's that?
A live action version of Fat Tony from The Simpsons. That's who he looks like. A fucking live action version of fucking Fat Tony from The Simpsons. That's who he looks like.
Hey Daisy, why don't you hurry up and finish digging so then we can take over this construction? Oh, fucking hell.
I love Joe Mantegna. Great fucking actor. Wait until we talk about fucking Baby's Day Out. That's going to be a good one as well.
I've heard of that fucking movie.
Oh, fucking great.
Oh, it's all flooding back to me.
That's the best fucking scene in that. Right. So, fucking Scapelli is trying to, like, intimidate Daisy, but Daisy's like, no, fuck you, bitch. I'm fucking digging you. And then she goes off to find a payphone. While she's doing that, we're getting two fucking dumbass characters by the name of Izzy and Spike.
Oh, so that's who the other guy was, because I heard Spike, but I never heard the other guy's name throughout the fucking movie.
So we got Iggy and Spike. So these are the first two Cooper kids that we've seen in the movie. And they're just so fucking dumb. I mean,
the way they introduced them is it starts off to which I described as cretins sniffing hot dogs.
Yeah,
and they eat the sausage without it. They chuck away the bun and eat the sausage. I'm like, who the fuck eats a hot dog like that?
They literally just go. They say it's dog, and then they just grab the sausage, chuck the bread away, and just start eating it. And go, there she is, 2 arms, 2 legs, head full of hair. That's her. And I'm just like, what the fuck? These guys are stupid, but then again, it fits the profile. And then they're trying to follow it down the fucking street, and this fucking gets me all the time. I think it's Spike. Spike's the one that's about to grab her, but there's 2 fucking guys walking with a pane glass window.
Of course, the classic glass of window gag.
Yeah,
but even the way he goes after it, it's like, you stick out like a sore thumb, mate.
And he's like, fucking hits his head. It's like, and then he just looks at like Iggy and looks at Iggy and goes, I missed. It's like, yes, you did. And then flicks him in the fucking head.
Oh, the old Three Stooges thing.
Oh, fuck me. This film is so funny. And then she gets to the payphone, but Mario and Luigi are there. Mario's trying to fix the van. He goes into the store to get like tap water for the van. Luigi's checking the answering machine, which I didn't know you could do that on a payphone, which somehow it's a Mario Brothers thing.
Yeah.
Check a payphone. He's not paying attention. He looks at Daisy and he's like, here you go. And then and then gives
gives Daisy a quarter.
Yeah. And he goes, Mario just walks up going, everybody's got tap water. There's like $3.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, Mario, don't mourn. $3 is fuck all compared to these days. You know what I mean?
Oh, mate, no, just if you want to convert fucking pounds, we're gonna get into a whole debate there.
And then what is it then? He goes, and then he messages, and Luigi's like, not even paying attention, going, no. And then they just go off, and he's like, she's beautiful. It's like, who? Her. And Mario's like, go and talk to her. Da, 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 da. It's fixed. Fucking Luigi. She comes over then and says, thank you for answering the phone. Let me use the phone. Luigi's like, you're welcome. And then Mario's just there in the background, just looking at her and going, dinner.
Yeah, literally she comes to like coach fucking Luigi because he just sucks at fucking flirting with her.
Yeah, and then he goes, tonight. And she's like, oh, okay. And then walks away. And I'm like, dude, if you try doing that these days, you get fucking slapped. Let me just say that right now.
Well, that or friend zoned, either way.
That as well, or pepper sprayed.
Well, that too.
I mean, if you're in America, pepper spray.
Yeah.
Or taser. One of the two.
Yeah, I mean, after that, it then cuts to the scene where they're at the restaurant for like dinner, and
Yeah.
this was the point where I generally played like fucking bets. I'm like, okay, what are they eating? And I'm like, right, so I've got a ranking list. So at the top of my list, I was going to get spaghetti and meatballs because I'm like, okay, Italian. Second place would be pizza.
Yeah.
And then while I was thinking of third place, like maybe they'll just throw a curveball and give us a lasagna. And then the minute we see spaghetti and meatballs, I'm like, fucking called it.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Like in the cartoon show, they had a specific type of food, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they always had like a thing for spaghetti, if I remember
was it
rightly.
spaghetti or was it French
Yeah.
fries? I can't remember.
No, it was definitely spaghetti because only reason I say that is because, well, in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, they made all sorts of fucking pasta jokes and puns.
Oh, yeah, of course they did.
Like, I think there was like one where they were doing like a Star Wars parody, and they were like, "Oh, may the pasta be with you" or some shit like that. And it,
pasta me.
yeah. Oh, believe me, there's gonna be some wrestling references in this. That's for sure.
There is.
There.
They do all that. Mario goes off with his missus, takes her home, and Luigi goes off with Daisy to the fucking dig site.
Yeah, I think this is where I literally writ in my notes. Daisy shows Luigi her tunnel, which could be taken out of context or something a bit weird. But yeah, they're basically in this massive tunnel,
Technically,
and for the entire time, I'm like, just fucking kiss already. You're fucking there. Your lips are like centimeters away, and then I've got Men in White fuck off after causing a spillage. And at this point, this was when I was like, Bob Hoskins a fucking badass in this, because literally,
that's what it is. Before that, though, before that, Mario drops his girlfriend off, and then Iggy and Spike kidnap his girlfriend.
Oh, they kidnap her thinking it's Daisy in disguise. Yeah. So like, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, and then it goes to like Luigi and Daisy looking through the tunnel, looking at the fucking boards, and all of a sudden, two white guys
in suits just fuck off after causing a spillage.
Yeah, and then they run. Somehow they manage to get from the dig site to the apartment where Mario's like,
yeah, that was fucking weird because I'm thinking by the time you've gotten to Mario, wouldn't it have been flooded? Yeah. They'd have to fucking swim down to fucking do the plumbing.
Yeah, it's like Scapelli's flooded the dig site, and then Mario just looks in his underwear and goes,
"Spaghetti."
Oh, yeah, no, spaghetti. He literally goes, he goes, Scapelli. It's like, yeah, and he grabs his belt. Though, buckle up, kid. And then they just go off on like this, like plumbing adventure. Then, where they're like, yes, each fucking tool, hand, bang, brilliant. Happy days. And then they saved the dinosaur bones. Yay. Everybody's happy. Turn in the dials, and then all of a sudden, Iggy and Spike come out of nowhere, knock the Mario Brothers out.
Yeah, knock them out.
And then take Daisy. But it didn't do a good job because they were back together within like 5 minutes.
Yes, they must have not hit them hard then if it was just like, oh, you prick. Yeah. And then fuck off and go after them.
And then they come to Luigi and Mario are like, oh, where is she? And they're hearing her voice. Luigi's going one way, and Mario's like, no, that's the echo. It's this way. It's like, how do you know? I've been listening to pipes all my life. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, Mario has had more experience with pipes than Luigi, so I believe that.
Yes, he does.
I mean, this is the same. This was the same lad that was jumping over barrels trying to save a girl from a fucking gorilla before. So,
throwback there. King
Kong. Old Donkey Kong, even, yeah.
King Kong, Donkey Kong, same fucking thing.
The inspiration's there, yeah.
The inspiration's there. So they go off then, and they end up in this tunnel. They're just going down, and then they end up on this cliff edge, and then they realize, where the fuck did they go? And then you just see really bad pixelated. This is where it gets fucking good. All right. Daisy just pixelizes herself out of the fucking
out of the wall.
Yeah, out of the wall, and you're thinking, what the fuck is this shit? And then she somehow comes out. They grab the fucking necklace.
Oh yeah.
And then they're all looking around, going, "What the fuck was that?" And then he's like, "I got something, bro. I've got something." And he jumps ahead, and goes into the rock, and there's Mario. Like,
the fuck am I doing?
And then this is where I love Bob Hoskins, who plays Mario. Legend.
Absolute legend.
He's like trying to touch it, and like comedically like doesn't want to, does, then he falls and then goes ass over tea kettle into it.
Yeah, he literally front flips through the wall, and there I'm thinking the only thing missing with this wall is literally just a sign that says platform 9 and 3/4.
Literally,
And then
9 3/4, and then he's just there static in one position, screaming.
Oh god,
tumbling down.
I think this was the moment where I literally wrote in my notes, fuck me, these effects are bad. Because
really
fuck me, the majority of the effects in this movie are going to be fucking awful.
Oh,
and this was 1993, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jurassic Park fucking predates this.
Jurassic Park came out the year before.
Yeah, exactly, like 1992, and the effects in that were fucking amazing.
But to be fair,
I mean, there was probably more of a budget. Yeah.
Well, Jurassic Park, they used ILM,
yeah,
which is George Lucas's special effects company.
Wasn't it Spielberg that did the?
Oh yeah, Spielberg did the.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But,
yeah,
but Spielberg and Lucas are good friends. The majority of like things like graphic special effects that we use through the 90s was ILM.
Right.
So
nice.
You know George Lucas bringing in the money with his own special effects team. You know,
fair play.
Was, but then they land on this like parallel
dystopia or some shit like that
world, and everybody's just like going fucking nuts. Everybody's checking themselves off. It's literally like if ECW was like out of fucking control, and the wrestlers and the fans were all fighting each other.
And they've somehow like mutated into like reptilian creatures.
Exactly. And then the boys don't know what the fuck's going on, and all of a sudden they come across this like really sweet,
sweet old lady,
old lady, and she's like, "Oh, you guys new in town?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're trying to find somebody." And then all of a sudden, she's like, "Good," and then pulls out this big fuck off stun gun and starts shooting her. I'm like, "What the?"
All it makes me think of is there's literally an episode in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon where there's like this old lady with a trolley being like, "Oh, I'm being robbed," and then when the turtles go to help her, she's just like pulls out a fucking Tommy gun on them. Yeah. And I'm like, Jesus fuck.
And then she nicks the fucking necklace, and then all of a sudden, we got the big lady. I can't remember what her name was.
Right, so later on in the movie, we find out that this big lady in question is Big Bertha.
Big Bertha. Oh, yeah. Seen the name. Big Bertha. Who's Big Bertha?
I think Big Bertha, to my knowledge, I think it was in Super Mario Bros. 2, she was like this pink dinosaur thing that shoots eggs from her mouth.
Oh, that's her, is it?
Yeah, that's apparently Big Bertha in like the Mario canon.
Oh, I wouldn't have known that. But she nicks it, and then she literally grabs the fucking granny in the air, gorilla presses her, chucks her over the edge. She lands in the car, stun guns another car, then she causes like a 6-car pile up. And I'm like,
oh, actually, wait, sorry, I just had to correct myself there. So, Big Bertha, I've just found out, is actually the name of a giant fish boss you face in Super Mario Bros. 3.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So I'm just like, okay. I think to me that makes a bit more sense, because you were saying Mario Bros. 3 was kind of around at this point.
Yeah.
But, what a random choice.
And then after the 6-car pileup, the boys then see Daisy, and then they can't get to her, and then they're dismayed and just like fully upset, and then all of a sudden, fucking Toad comes out of nowhere.
Oh, this fucker!
This fucker literally comes out of nowhere, and he starts singing, and I'm like, this is not the Toad we know.
At first, I had no idea who the fuck this dude was, and it wasn't until later on that they were just like, "Oh, it's Toad." I'm like, "Fuck off!" This cunt with the spiral haircut is fucking Toad. Like, something I've written here earlier is he looks like Elvis from the front, but then he's got this spiral shit at the back.
Yeah, I think the spiral shit is from like it's supposed to represent his like mushroom head, but I'm pretty sure that the fucking mushroom that Toad had on his head was like red and white spots, not like a fucking spiral.
I mean, at least you could stick a mushroom hat on him.
Well, to be fair, all right, I'm not gonna lie, it was like a borderline a yarmulke on his fucking head. All right, that's pretty much what it fucking was. All right.
Oh god.
And then the police, well, obviously before this, Cooper's like going fucking mental. He's like, "Where's the rock?"
I told you before, he's in fucking Miami doing.
Yeah. And he's like putting his hand in like this liquid because he's disgusted by all the fungus.
Oh yeah, he's basically just like, "Ugh, I hate germs."
Oh, I hate it. And then, Izzy and Spike come in and say, "Hi, cousin," and we're like, "Oh fuck me!" Here comes the Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Tweedledum.
And they come in and like, "We've got the girl," but then he's like, "What about the rock?" It's like, "What rock?" The piece of meteorite that's round her neck. No, we didn't. That rock. I told you to forget it. He's like, "I told you not to forget it." And then Cooper's like, "And I told you to remind him."
Yeah.
Just like, what the
good grief.
And then it goes into that scene where we meet Toad for the first time. And obviously they've got a plumber warning, and then Toad gets arrested, and then Mario and Luigi get arrested for being plumbers, which is such an American thing fucking to happen. Right? And then they go off to... This is where I think the movie starts fucking getting good. Because they do the whole police thing is brilliant. Because there's brawls everywhere.
Yeah.
And the policeman on the top is just like, "What's your name?" "Mario."
This fucking scene.
It's like, first name, Mario. Second name, Mario. And then he goes, "All right, what's your name?" "Luigi." "Let me guess. Luigi? No, Luigi Mario." "Okay, how many Marios are in this situation?" "Well, there's 3. There's Mario and there's Luigi Mario." That's fucking great. Because nobody knew what the Mario brothers' surnames were. Like, it was the first time it was acknowledged, like, it's Mario. Literally. We were so fucking boring that we couldn't think of a different name for them. So
they just thought, they literally were just like, "Fuck it, Mario, Luigi, Mario."
And then they go off on this thing, decontamination thing. They pass Toad. Toad's kind of like bent over the fucking table. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
Hello.
God this is a kid's show. I know, this is a kid's movie, please, sir. And then they go around. The best thing of this scene is that they're hooked up to the chains. And then all of a sudden, these guns come out of nowhere. They got lasers pointed to their heads. And then they've got, like, the fucking locks, and all they are is just mugshots. It's fucking priceless.
Yeah, because at first I'm like, shit, they're going to off them. Like, no mugshots.
Because you think in that situation, fuck, if that was me, and somebody was pointing a gun at me, and
with a red dot,
I'd be fucking terrified as well.
That's like fucking precision assistance there, but...
And then immediately after that, they cut to the scene where Cooper finds out that the plumbers have been arrested, so he goes off to the police station, but pretends to be a lawyer.
Yeah, he pretends to be someone else.
Yeah.
And then he blows his cover.
Yeah, because he what's funny, he like shakes the Mario Brothers' hands, and every time he shakes their hand, he grabs tissue and like wipes his hand. And we're like,
"Oh, you filthy fucking plumbers!"
And they talk
but then there's and then there's a bit which is like saying, "We want to know who this Cooper clown is."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Don't blow your cover, mate. Be fucking smart." And then it was like, and then it was literally just like, "Do you know where the rock is?" Like, "What rock?" And then he just lunges at Luigi, finger in the fucking eyes.
Oh, I know. That was like, this is supposed to be a kids show. That's very
Jesus fuck
show, right?
And I think it was that moment. I'm like, "Fuck's sake, Cooper! You've just blown your cover. You fucking idiot! You could have been smart about this, and you just like, just like an angry fucker or an angry man. Just."
And then they take him to like the devolved room. Room, and devolves fucking Toad into a Goomba. So this is where the first time we see Goombas. And
the size of their heads compared to the body. Fucking kills me.
If anyone's ever played the fucking Super Mario Brothers movies, you know Goombas are like small little fucking things with big heads. In this
movie,
just
jump on.
Yeah, In this movie, they're like 8-foot fucking giants with small fucking heads. It's
Like,
the most ass backwards thing I've ever fucking seen.
it's literally like body of a mech and then the head the size of a Pepsi can. Just
This is what Attack on Titans became Attack on Littlelands. Do you know what I mean? It's just... it's really bad. It's really bad. And they're stupid as fuck as well.
oh, of course they fucking are.
You know. I didn't know this, right? But there's a deleted... Do you know when the Mario Brothers chuck Cooper into the fucking machine and he goes up?
Yeah, they chuck it, and then there's like a bit where he's like pulled out of it.
Yeah. Do you know where there's slime on the thing?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I was looking for slip bits for this podcast, right? By the length of this, I don't think I'm going to put any in, but stay tuned, right? There's a cut scene. There's a deleted scene where a worker sneezed, and he was like, "Have you got?" Oh, he's like, Cooper's like, "Oh no, you've got a cold. Come here. Puts him in the chair because we can't have you having a cold. Puts him in the fucking devolve machine. It's like turns the devolved on, puts him in, comes back, and then the guy moves, and then he becomes like fucking this goo. And I'm just like, oh, that's a bit graphic. Thank God they didn't put that in the fucking movie. And then the Mario Brothers just chuck him in, and then the whole fucking scene again. And there's a little bit when he's like dumbfounded. It's like, oh, I've never been in this machine before. And the officer's like, sir, you have. How many times have you been in this machine? This is the first time. And they all stand back, and that's where you see like his eye change. For the first time, and then he goes, "I'll get them plumbers."
He says, "I'll get that plumber," and I'm like, "There's two of them." he used the singular word plumber, like it's two of them, mate.
And then they go off and then they fucking run, do the whole police car chase thing
with like Blue Brothers-esque fucking car pile-ups.
Yeah. And I think this is where Cooper's first mistake was as well, making Iggy and Spike more intelligent than they were supposed to be.
Yeah, because then they start blurting out shit like saying, "Oh, do you know what the square root of this is?" And
557.
Oh yeah,
just like what the fuck?
And they're like talking like really positive, saying, "Ooh, what dictatorship we've got here?" Then, like, just give them a fucking monocle and a glass of fucking martini while you're at it, for fuck's sake.
And then
it was that level of poshness they were going with.
And then Cooper sends them off there to get the plumbers back, but then
because they're currently in the desert at this point after driving a car through fungus.
And then they meet the plumber. They meet the Mario Brothers again, but then they all work together to get him in, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I think something I read before was when they're in the desert, they're in this weird fucking car thing and then drove off a cliff. And I read that the car looks like a rejected robot from Robot Wars.
Yeah, it's like a dumpster truck or something.
Yeah, it's like this weird little triangular thing. And then they drove it.
DeLorean. That's what it is.
Yeah, it literally looks like a tiny little DeLorean sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then they fly out of the cliff, and then they're like tied to a belt, and then they start like working together. And then it gets to the bit with the giant garbage truck, and there's these fuckers with masks on. And I'm thinking, are these meant to be like the little shy guys, the little red guys with the fucking hockey mask?
They are, yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of that it could be, because I'm like, they're the only fuckers I know of that wear masks.
Yeah, and either that or they really went with the BDSM gimp mask thing.
Someone in the directing office was like, I have a thing for like gimps and BDSM. But sir, it's a kids movie. It's okay. There's no nudity.
Yeah, not yet. Anyway.
Fucking hell.
And then they go in then, and then they have to dress up then for like this part. They're going to get the
to get Big Bertha. And
yeah.
This is where I thought it was quite interesting, because it's like Luigi's wearing a red suit and Mario's wearing like bright fucking yellow. Which is hilarious, because in the Japanese animated movie I was mentioning before, for whatever reason, Luigi is wearing yellow and blue instead of green and blue.
Really?
But Mario, for whatever reason, Luigi's like wearing yellow and blue for the entire movie, but Mario is wearing his like red and blue. And I'm like, this has got to be a weird coincidence, because I doubt these fuckers even knew about that movie. So yeah, they're in these suits. They're going to get the crystal from Big Bertha, and there's the bit where like Mario gets punched in the fucking face from Big Bertha, and then it's just like, right, I shall swoon her with my Italian ways.
Yeah.
And then they do the whole dancing, and for a movie that's like catered towards children, there's a lot of cleavage shot in this bit.
There's a lot of cleavage shot.
Big Bertha's got big old cleavage, and there's like a bit where I'm like, oh god, Mario's going to motorboat her to try and get the fucking crystal off, and it's like, nope, she changed it around. And then he's like, oh, I can just untie the knot. I'm like, nope, she's moved my hands. So it's like all this.
And then she was so unhappy when he got the thing off and he floated away. And she's like looking around. It's like, oh.
Yeah, she was like, looking around thinking, oh, damn it, Italians, my one weakness.
I felt so bad for her because she was like left there like a prom date. And I was like, oh, bless her. And then.
But at least Mario gave her a good time, at least. So.
Yeah. And then, they got the necklace. But then the big hits on and everybody's dancing. They're trying to run away. He's fucking throwing the thing because Cooper's.
Because they're doing that whole football
girlfriend.
tactic that him and Luigi were talking about.
Cooper's jealous girlfriend is like trying to hunt them down, and then.
Oh, is this the Cruella de Vil bitch?
Yes.
It's the best way I could describe her because there's a part of her face that has a bit of Glenn Close with her, who played as Cruella de Vil in the live-action animations movie. And it's just like, that's all I could think of with this woman. Is like, she just stinks of Cruella de Vil.
Yeah. And she grabs the fucking thing eventually.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's got like this cocky smile on her face. And then she drinks this fucking drink with a worm in it, which is...
Ooh, yeah.
And then the boys go off then somewhere underground.
Yeah.
Freeze the fucking place. This is where they come across like the fungus...
with Luigi, like, trust the fungus.
Yeah.
Trust the fungus, Mario.
Yeah, because they come across, like, mushrooms.
Little mushrooms and this phlegm stuff. As I call it.
Stuff.
It just looks like ginormous bits of phlegm.
I know.
Everywhere.
And then what else do they have then? They had, oh, shit. Oh, the Boo Bomb as well.
The bomb, yeah.
We'll get to the Boo Bomb later on, right?
But that'll play a role in later on.
I've got a lot of fucking things to say about that fucking pissant little fucking bomb, alright? So they grab one of them, and then they go off, turn the fucking heating off, which is a fucking thing, apparently. They turn the fucking heating off, let everything freeze, and then Mario's like, we need to do things like Mario's, and open this locker, and they just happen to have the right fucking coloured overalls for them. No,
like they just
as well. It's just like, do people actually wear these colours, or were these strategically placed?
I think it was more of a case of like, oh, we got to give them the thing just to make it look like the Mario Bros or some shit like that, and it's just like, okay.
And then they go off there, and they're in the elevator, ready to go up, but Goombas keep piling in.
Oh, this is where they get them to like dance to the fucking music.
Yeah, they dance to the music, and all of a sudden, you hear the music. Which, by the way, the music in this is like is from the level of the game, but it's also, but it is also a piece of music. I can't remember what the piece of music is, but
I think I recall. Yeah,
it's an actual piece of music. So whether Nintendo bought the rights for that music, I don't know. Sorry, Nintendo. But, Nintendo does what Nintendo don't. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yes, so.
So then they're all fucking dancing. The Mario Brothers escape. And then the fucking general of the Goombas sees them all fucking dancing. And they go, stop. And then they just stop. And then just waddle up the fucking...
Hang on here. Stop this nonsense.
Yeah. If it was ever a time to have Stephen Fry's voice from Blackadder Goes Forth as the general, would have been fucking perfect in that.
Oh, that would have been Chef's fucking kiss right there.
Would have been like, well on, Blackadder, and then just fucking walks away like, do you know what I mean? Fucking class.
What's all this nonsense? Stop it.
Oh,
that would have been fucking great.
And then they go off to like the final battle and whatnot, and then Koopa's like deliquified and the fucking Boo Bomb, right? Whose idea, was it to put a fucking Boo Bomb with Reeboks underneath them? Like, whose idea was fucking that? Who gave the Boo Bomb a fucking pair of Reeboks? Because, let's be honest, he's going to be wearing it for a little bit, And then once that fuse is gone, goodbye Reebok. Waste of advertisement.
Hang on. I've got written here that there's a bit where they say about Mario's missus being captured, and he literally says the line, "Oh crap! I promised tickets to WrestleMania."
Oh yeah. That is the one because it's like, what was her name? Daniela.
Daniela.
It's like Daniela. I'm supposed to take her to WrestleMania, and I'm like,
I promised her tickets. Yeah, literally, I'm like, is this fucking canon? It's just
no, it's real. It's real.
Oh god, could you imagine just fucking Mario, Bob Hoskins in the fucking?
Well, he's not wrong because WrestleMania was literally in New York in '94, so this is like '93.
Yeah. Oh wow, so this would have been WrestleMania 10.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah,
Madison Square Garden as well. Fucking hell. Okay.
But then you also get like a few snippets. Yoshi is introduced in the film, which
I'm not gonna lie. I think out of the effects in this movie, Yoshi was probably the best effect in the movie.
Yeah, Yoshi was fucking awesome.
Like it was just really good. Like it was a really good animatronic and everything, but it's also really fucking cute.
Yeah. The only thing that was missing off Yoshi was the fucking shell on his back. That's the only thing I was missing.
I think the shell on his back and I guess the ability of just being like swallow something and turn it into a fireball or some shit.
He almost swallowed that fucking...
Oh, the woman's leg, yeah.
The woman's leg, and then this is why I hate this woman, because she stabbed him. And I was like, you fucker.
You cunt!
You don't
fucking stab one!
You do not stab Yoshi in the neck like that.
Could you imagine that in the fucking game? You'd traumatize a child.
I know. I just
like fucking playing Mario, and then there's just some fucking Goomba with a fucking machete just shanks fucking Yoshi.
I just started playing Super Mario Brothers around this point, and I saw that, and I was like, I ain't playing fucking Yoshi ever again. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Too traumatized.
Like, you cunts, you don't do that with Yoshi.
But
at least do it with the Toad. But yeah,
they do all this, and then. Koopa's psycho missus tries to like stick the rock in a fucking hole back to merge the dimensions.
It's just the bit where she does it, but then it explodes and she turns to a skeleton on the wall.
Brilliant. Fucking class. Great death scene ever. I don't care how crazy it is. It's fucking class.
And I think there was a bit where they cut to her and then the jaw just drops.
Yeah. And then they merge the fucking universes. They merged the universes
for a moment, yes.
For a moment, and then what was it?
Oh, there was this. I remember there was a scene.
Koopa fucking blasts Capelli. It turns into a fucking chimp, which is fucking gold.
And then it plays the scene of monkey.
Yeah,
and then fucking died laughing when he was just like monkey.
And then they go back. The universe. Disbanded again.
Yeah.
And then fucking Koopa then turns into like a big fuck off Tyrannosaurus from the bomb, which was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because he had like, the bomb with the little legs.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, okay, what's going to happen here? Oh, it falls off. And then it has this weird little chase of like, I'm just going to walk along here. Oh, fuck, a bomb stops a car.
the guy in the car was brilliant. Ba-bam! And it fucking braces himself.
Just braces for impact. And then there's like the bit where the bomb hits fucking Koopa after Mario's just done the gun thing to him.
Yeah.
He falls into the bucket, and afterwards, just when you thought the effects couldn't get any fucking worse, he pops out like a ginormous fucking Tyrannosaurus, and then they just shoot the gun on him a bit more, and then it goes from like really crap animatronics to the fucking worst CGI I've ever fucking seen. And then he's just this green puddle at the end of it.
Oh, it's fucking yeah, and then everybody's cheering, and it's like, yay! And then Daisy can't go with them. Kisses Luigi. 3 weeks later, the Mario Brothers are just doing whatever, and then Daisy comes back smoky as fuck, saying, I've got a new mission for you, and then they're ready to go, and the movie fucking ends.
It ends on a cliffhanger. It's like, oh, let me a sequel. It never happened.
No, it never fucking happened.
And even if it did, problem, Bob Hoskins is dead. So you have to recast Mario. Like, and Dennis Hopper's fucking dead as well.
Oh, mate. Like, the budget for this film, right, was between 42 and 48 million dollars, right? And in the box office, I'm not even kidding, only made 3.9 million.
Oof.
That's a massive fucking miss.
That's a fucking oof, if anything.
104-minute film, which, to be honest, it could have just been an hour and a half. It would have been better. And like, look, some of the things that are really cool. Shout out to the games here. Are you're using like the pistols in the cars,
Yes.
the actual Nintendo pistols. You use
Oh yeah, the little zappers.
Yeah, and then you use it.
Oh, what's the bazookas called?
They're using the super scopes.
Super scope, that was it.
They use the super scopes as well. There is quite a lot of shout outs through the game. So the intention of them making a good film was there. You have to give them that.
Yeah,
However,
there was also. Yeah, before we get to that, what I also found quite hilarious was when we went into the universe, there was like references to like different enemies as name of places. Like you had Thwomp as one of them, and the other was Bullet Bill. And I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. But yeah, you're right. The intention was there, but
the glug glug glug.
Yeah, I was going to ask, where the fuck did that come from? Just
so the glug 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 is a reference to when Mario goes down to the pipes in the game.
So to reference that, they just do the whole glick, 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 glick.
Yeah.
As a handshake. And okay, because I remember like watching it thinking, the fuck is this? Because I'm like...
that's what he wants.
Like, I've played fucking Mario Brothers. I played the first three, Mario World and Mario 64. I played a bit of Sunshine and fell off a cliff a bit at that point. Yeah. But, yeah, I just never understood the fucking handshake. And now you said that, I'm like... Because that's the sound that the fucking make when they go through the pipes. All right, whatever. Just sure, that I'll bite. But
she's like, it's class, and you know, there's so many shout outs in this film, which is great. But the radio casting as well was good. It was just not as good as the film was supposed to be. Like, if you notices now, right? Bob Hoskins is Mario, obviously. All right. John, I'm gonna say this fucking name wrong. I'm so sorry. Is it John? I can't even say it.
Let's see. So John Leguizamo.
That's the one. Yeah, plays Luigi. Dennis Hopper, legend, another legend, plays Koopa. Which, funny enough, after this movie, Dennis Hopper, I think, went on to like do Speed as well, which is actually quite funny.
Oh, there's been a ton of movies he's been in, some good and some fucking awful. Because I remember after this movie, he also did fucking Waterworld as well.
God, I'm not. Fuck me. Wait till we talk about that fucking thing. All right. Wait. And then you got Samantha Mathis, who plays Daisy, and she also plays the Queen at the start of the film.
Oh, so that was her at the start, the lady in red.
Yeah,
okay.
Same lady as well. Same lady.
Yeah, because I thought it was similar. Because I think when I first got a look of her, it's like she looks like she's got the makeup of Boy George and Culture Club.
Yeah.
In the fucking music video for Come a Chameleon.
Well, funny enough, right? Samantha was actually in the first Punisher film.
Ooh.
Which I didn't know. I don't know who she played, but
nice.
I'll find that out when we come to that movie.
So something I've literally just found out. So the woman that plays like Daniela Fiducci, and there's a part of me like, who the fuck is Daniela? And I then find out that it's actually Pauline, as in the girl that Mario rescues in Donkey Kong.
That makes a lot of sense then.
Because at least it makes sense to why Mario is with her.
That would make sense.
Because, I mean, at least then it's like, okay, it's just, rather than call her Pauline, they just go with the Daniela Fiducci.
Yeah.
Oh, which I guess is
fair enough.
Which I guess is a bit more Italian, but it's like, yeah, they go with the name Pauline.
They probably couldn't get the rights for the name Pauline, so they just made up another name.
Probably just like, oh, can we borrow the name Pauline? And then Nintendo with a gun, like, fuck off.
Yeah.
That's probably why they called Daisy Peach, because I think they had the right. that could make sense now because it's like, okay, we'll give you Mario, we'll give you Luigi, we'll give you Koopa, but fuck Peach and Daisy.
Yeah.
We'll give you Daisy, but fuck Peach or Pauline.
Pauline, yeah.
It's like, and
then you got Fiona Shaw. Fiona Shaw, legend. She's been in a ton of stuff, including Harry Potter.
To be honest,
she's the aunt.
Yeah, she was the aunt in Harry Potter. Now that,
and she was in the recent Andor series as well, which is pretty fucking good going.
Yeah, because I was when I was watching this, when like the way she was like being Cruella de Vil and shit like that, I'm like, you're an evil cunt. I've seen another movie and I couldn't think of it, and then I realised. Fucking Petunia Dursley from fucking Harry Potter. Yeah. Right, fair enough. There is a bit in the movie which just made me crack where she literally is like running through the tunnel with the fucking rock.
Yeah.
And it's just like, ha! I have to cover the man. I'm like, who is this? Rita fucking Repulsa.
Yeah, and she's like, went from the fucking nice hairstyle to literally the Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, like literally after she's been, well, it's like she catches the rock and then she's like electrocuted. And that's why the fucking hair was like that. Oh,
that was great. And then you got like, you know, Don Lake as well. You've got Lance.
Lance Henriksen.
Yeah, he plays the king.
I thought I'd recognised him. There was another movie of his that I've seen because I know he was in Terminator.
He was in Alien as well.
Yeah, he was in a. Ah, right, gotcha.
Yeah, he played Bishop in the Alien film.
Another movie I've seen him from is a fucking really good action movie called Stone Cold.
Yeah, and he's in the first Alien vs Predator film as well.
Yes, he was. You're right.
Yeah, he's been in a lot. And do you want to know who the narrator was? In that,
I have. The name did sound very familiar. Wait a fucking minute.
Dan Castellaneta, who is Homer Simpson.
Because I know he voiced other characters in The Simpsons as well. Because I remember he did Homer Simpson, Barney Gumbo, I think he did. Groundskeeper Willie, Krusty the Clown, Major Quimby, Hans Moleman.
Major Quimby. Yeah. He's been Futurama as well. He was also the voice of the grandpa in Hey Arnold, which I didn't know. And fun fact for those Disney fans of you out there, he played the genie in Return of Jafar.
I think after discovering that, I kind of want to just hear like multiple Simpsons characters do the fucking intro.
I know, right?
Just like say it. Just like it goes from like Homer. And then it's just like Barney's like, goodbye, dinosaurs. Just fucking belts right afterwards.
Oh, man. It's fucking class. I mean...
And then just have like Krusty going on about the whole like dimensional universe and just be like right afterwards.
Like, it came out, you know, the entire film, it initially, on paper, sounded good. But the execution of it was piss poor.
Execution was swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, it's really, like, I understand, like, at the time of when this movie was around, John Leguizamo was in, like, several movies in the 90s at this point.
Yeah.
So he was, like, a go-to guy for sort of, like, comic relief stuff in the 90s, because I'm pretty sure he was in Die Hard 2. He was in... Yeah, like, he played Burke in Die Hard 2. I'm trying to think what other fucking movies in the 90s he did.
Wait. Hold fucking... Where? I need to watch Die Hard 2.
Yeah, Die Hard 2. So there's a character called Burke.
I'll have a look for that. Burke. Great name.
Yeah. Yeah, to which he played that character, and...
Was he one of the bad guys?
Maybe. Oh, he was in the fucking... Leonardo DiCaprio, Romeo and Juliet as well.
Yeah, that's like Tybalt, yeah.
That's the one, Tybalt, yeah.
He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so he's definitely been... Oh, yeah, he's definitely, like, been around in, like, the 90s. So I guess he was, like, a go-to fucking guy for, like, the fucking casting for that. And, you know, Bob Hoskins, fucking legend. I mean, he was Eddie in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He's had several roles as well. And I think him as Mario, I could definitely see as, like, his, you know, big sort of like straight laced badass. Because I see the dynamic they're going with. They're going to be like Mario's, the straight laced badass, and there's Luigi is like this silly comedy relief kind of deal. So I kind of get that sort of formula.
Dennis Hopper. Right?
Mhm.
I said this to loads of people loads of times. This is actually quite funny. All right, it makes me laugh every time you watch the fucking film. Dennis Hopper, great actor. I think he's great in this. I think he's really, really good in this.
Oh, he was a riot in this.
However, it's gonna turn a lot of people off this now. So be prepared. All right. Okay.
Go on.
Doesn't Cooper remind you of a particular former president recently?
You're not going to say Trump, are you?
Uh-huh. You know what? Put the comparison photos next to each other. That's who it reminds me of.
I mean, when you put that version of Dennis Hopper to I think stick a toupee on him and you'd probably get the point.
This is if the Mario Brothers universe was real, he is King Koopa. Or Bowser. No, King Koopa.
Yeah, fuck it, King Koopa. Yeah.
I'm not going to ruin Bowser for everybody. So, but that's who he reminds me of in this movie is like Donald Trump. A really bad version of Donald Trump. Like,
I would say a more entertaining version of Donald Trump, personally.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like seeing the future go, I know who I'm going to base this character on.
What if I just do this cunt, but more entertaining?
Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because I generally thought him, the crazy old bitch, and there's him, the crazy old bitch, and his assistant were like laugh fucking riots in this movie. And I enjoyed Bob Hoskins as Mario because there was just something about his character, and like there were moments where I kind of was like relating with him to a degree because just like Luigi, you're fucking nuts.
Fucking this is one of those movies where it's a really bad movie.
It is,
but it's also considered a cult classic these days, just how bad it is.
Like it's one of those. I like to call them enjoyably bad. It's like it's a terrible fucking movie, but it's not going to bore the tits off you. You're going to have you're going to laugh your ass off at many of the fucking things in this.
Like, and you go into when if you've never seen this movie before, I recommend watching it. Just not because of how bad it is, but how funny it is. And
definitely get some mates with you just to laugh along with you.
Yeah, and if you're gonna watch a retro game, if you're gonna watch a retro movie, like video game movie, and you think we need to watch a really bad video game movie, this is the perfect one to start off with.
Yeah, I'd say this is a good one to start off with. There'll be many others to follow from that point, but
oh god, I mean, well, to be fair, the modern ones have been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, there have been some modern ones which I've enjoyed, like the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. I've enjoyed those.
We're mentioning Sonic the Hedgehog with Mario in the same fucking thing. Yes, we are.
Well, I mean, they kind of now are because Nintendo shook hands with Sega at last.
Send your hate tweets at Sassy. No, joking. I'm obviously going to get one comment saying Sonic is better than Mario, or Mario is better than Sonic. And
I couldn't give a shit right now because
if this was 1993, honestly, I'd probably say Sonic's better. But
to be honest, I was always like a Sonic because I had a Mega Drive. I never owned like a Nintendo console, but I always owned like a Mega Drive.
I had both.
Ah, well, you must have been rich then, because
well, I wasn't rich. Like my dad was just a massive nerd. So...
gotcha. Fair.
So yeah, I don't think there's anything else we could really say about this film other than it's good, but it's a bad good.
Like it's
bad. It's a bad, but it's a good bad.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie, but it's enjoyably terrible.
It's enjoyably terrible.
The easiest way I could put it.
Oh, so ranking wise, 1993. I know.
Right.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Right. Out of 1993, and be honest, what would you give this ranking?
Out of 10?
Out of 1993. Let's go. Fuck the 10 out of 10. Let's just do fucking crazy because this movie's fucking crazy. Let's give it a crazy
Yeah, I mean,
rating.
that's a fair point, actually.
So
Yeah.
1993 is top marks. Where would you give it?
I mean, first, I wouldn't exactly give this movie top marks if I'm fucking honest. Like, because how I'd usually rate a movie is if it was like really bad and boring,
Yeah.
it'd be like bottom of the fucking barrel. But this wasn't boring, but it was fucking terrible. So I would rank it. I'd say above the bottom, but below the middle. Is how I would best describe it. Because like it wasn't boring, so I'll give it that. There were some bits I laughed my ass off and was entertained, but as a whole, this was a poorly executed fucking idea of a movie.
So if you had to give a number, no pressure. One.
I'd probably give it a 3.
A 3? A 3?
Well, I mean,
A 3? That's terrible. Everyone's going, boo! We wanted a bigger number than that. Boo!
I mean, if it, like I wasn't sure what we were rating it out of, but
all right. So out of 10, you give it a 3, but out of 1999, you probably give it what? 1,003?
I'd probably say 1,000.
1,000. Did I give it? Did I give it?
What would you give it?
Out of 10, I would give it a 4.
Yeah.
Out of 1993, I would give it 1066 because the Battle of Hastings was much more funnier than this.
Oh, speaking of which, I remember there was one fucking time in an English class we were all told to draw the Battle of Hastings, and the teacher literally lost her shit because of how violent and graphic my fucking drawing was. And I'm like, you told us to draw a war. It's not going to be fucking sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be fucking blood. And you even specified that Harold lost his fucking ear from an arrow. So
it's always funny, right? Right about my time in school, the Hastings insurance company was coming around. So the class clown in my school literally, when asked to draw the Battle of Hastings, literally drew like the logo and set and the number of Hastings
that was
Direct, and it was like, this is the Battle of Hastings. Call this number right now.
Oh wait, yeah, that was it. It literally stated that Harold was killed by an arrow which struck him in the eye, and well, an arrow in the eye is going to cause a lot of blood. So
is it really sad the Battle of Hastings is more interesting than this fucking?
Well,
episode 9, and we've gone to the bottom of the barrel. God fucking damn it! Right, okay. Sorry. We're going out of space next week, so it'll be funny. Right, thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. It was good chatting with you this one again.
Pleasure as always.
We'll see you on the next one. We've got a lot to work on, man.
Yeah, no worries, bud. I'll see you then.
See you in a bit, man.
Name? Mario. Last name?
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
No, Luigi Mario.
Okay, look, how many Marios are there between the two of you?
There's 3. It's Mario, and Luigi Mario.
And that's it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in today. This is episode 9, Super Mario Brothers movie. Thank you all for listening. Do appreciate it. Don't forget to follow us on everything to do with this podcast. Go to Instagram at the Multiverse of Entertainment Pod. Go to YouTube at Multiverse of Entertainment Pod as well. If you're on the YouTube channel right now, hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell. Don't miss anything here. Drop a like. Comment down below. I will read your comments out live on the podcast episodes. Please feel free to do that. And obviously the good ones, not the bad ones. We want the bad. Well, if the bad one is a funny one, then I'll read the bad ones out as well. Follow us as well on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok at Mo Podcast. Each week you will get a sneak peek into the upcoming episode. Once I'm done here, as soon as I've done this on here, I'll be chopping it up, get it ready to go. So if you're hearing this right now, it's probably out, and probably the next episode one might be out as well. So hopefully, if it's not, I'm a little bit behind, but don't worry about it. Okay. Also, as well, if you have any suggestions of movies that I should cover, leave it in the comments as well. I do appreciate that. So, next week, we are going into the double digits and we're back on the TV show basis. And next week, I thought I'd start off with a big one for episode 10. We are going to be talking about Star Trek The Next Generation Season 1. That's going to be a good one. That's probably going to be a solo episode, but it'll be fun nonetheless. Have a good one, guys. See you next week. Have a good week.